that you like better, then you can use that too. It's fine. Just talk to us about it before you start so we can make sure that it's A, safe, and B, doable, right?
Also, you have to have a script. You
Yes.
have to know what you're talking about when you're doing any of this technology pieces.
And especially with this one, it's going to come in handy. This is not my security blanket. This is green screen. So how many people saw this hanging up at some point in the last couple days? Okay. Hands down. I used it to create a couple of new videos, and then I got a little obsessed with it. It's really fun, and it's really addictive, so be careful if you start this project. This is me, and behind me is, I'm actually in Love Canal in this picture, but I'm standing in front of that. My phones or my iPad, we used either one, superimposed iPad, was calling videotaped me. And it superimposes a picture of Love Canal onto the green screen. So you can be anywhere in the world. You can be anywhere in the world. And as a matter of fact, you can pause your project and you can go to somewhere else. So you can have a picture of a newsroom in the background. Like you're giving the news. And then you can pause, and then you can be on location in China at your, wherever your place was. Right? China? No? What was yours? New York.
Excuse me?
Yes,
Hi, do you have Amina Shaban with you?
I do.
Could you please come to the office for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you.
So, here's the video.
So what you want to see, we did it, I just picked up the iPad, Miss Ann's sitting in front of the green screen, and I just filmed her while Walk 2 was actually working on their research. So it's a really short video, we just were trying to see if it worked at all.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you what Love Canal looks like today. If you would like to do this kind of project to talk about your environmental issue, see me.
You love it? I love it too. I'm a little
It's the best
obsessed.
thing I've ever seen.
So, the next thing I want to show you that can connect video to your... The next thing I want to show you, this is going to take some coordination on your part, and I'm fully expecting that you can do this. You can handle it. You're in 8th grade. The next part is an app that I used to create something that extends the video. So this is also an option too. Do you like my Lamo poster? My Lamo, remember we're not allowed to do posters, but if your poster connects to something, you might want to try it. You guys have to go back here a little bit. Now, I want you to be able to see my phone. So if you can't see my phone, I want you to get up and make sure you can see my phone.
Roman, I'm gonna need you to
Can you see what my... Sit down. Sit down. Yeah, sit right there. There you go. Can you see what my phone is doing? My phone is searching for something. I have programmed a picture to go into here where a video pops up and tells you about my topic. So that's what my poster's for. My poster is that picture, that grounded picture. So when I point this at my poster, let me turn my volume up here. Still searching. Watch.
Hi guys, I'm really excited to show you this new video app we have. So, stay tuned to see what else we do.
What is it?
What the heck? That's scary. I'm just gonna download the app and tell you what you're doing.
No.
The app is called Erasma. So when I walk away from it, it doesn't work anymore. You have to have these centered objects. Oh, I did it with the sign too.
Really excited to show you this
Scary.
So my face is popping out of pictures all over the room. This is another extension you can do. We can do this. We need to get started early, but we can do this together.
And that would be the only reason why you are using a poster.
Yes, that's the only reason why you're using a poster. So think about those. Next one. We're going old school. Do you remember a diorama from when you were in elementary school? They were like what you did for a book report, or do you know what I'm talking about? When you do one for this class, you have to make sure that you're proving that you know about your scientific problem. You have to make sure that you describe what the problem is. Like mine would not look like this. Mine, you would be able to see barrels of contaminated waste buried beneath the ground. It doesn't sound as much fun as nice hermit crab habitat, does it? So yours is going to look a little bit darker and a little more gloomy than this one. These are creature habitats. Yours is going to look a little more
Morbid. Grotesque.
your sky might be a little darker, if you know what I mean.
And there's details put into this. This is a scenery. This is something that's happening. It's just not plants and animals that I bought at E.C. Moore, and I'm gonna put them in to a shoebox that I found underneath my bed.
You need to prove that you knew what you were talking about and that this really shows your project. You are probably want to have a little written explanation on the side of your shoebox, which is covered because it's not Nike or Reebok or whatever. Make sure it looks like an 8th grade project. Then you can. All of these are options for you.
This is another option. A lot of times we see what this is before and after.
Yeah, on the left someone will do before, and on the right they will do after, and those are always really rad. So keep that in mind.
So we could do 2 shoeboxes?
You can if you want to and connect them. Your other option is to do a map, and the map is going to include obviously telling us about your topic. This works well if you have a large geographic area that you study. So for example, an entire river, if it's polluted, you can show us the different places on the map that were the most polluted or whatever you feel like you need to show.
Last year we had a student who did a fabulous job with his. He just went out to A.C. Moore and bought a trifold poster board, and what he did is he had air pollution, but air pollution that has been going on for 30 years. So even though he focused on this one town, he talked about the changes over the last 30 years and how far it has traveled and the percentages of different types of lung cancer that is actually in that country now.
So, but you wouldn't let us keep it.
He would not let us keep it.
You wanted to take it home,
It was
rascal.
like over and above what we usually see.
What does rascal mean?
Oh, this is cool. Do you ever play the game Sorry?
Yeah. I'm bad at it.
So what do you do during, raise your hand and tell me what you do. How do you play Sorry? You played this so long ago that you don't remember. How do you play Sorry?
I punched I don't remember.
There's some counting involved in Sorry. So you basically roll a dice, and then you get to move your cards. I mean, you get to move your little thingos. You know, like you have 4 of them, you get to move them. But there's no real thinking in the game. If you can count to 6, you can play Sorry. Okay? So what we want you to do is you're going to make a game. It has to relate to your environmental issue. And here's an example. Whoa.
Wait, did they make that?
Olivia took a board game. She painted over it. She made her own board game, and it's called. Sorry, it's upside down. Coral bleaching in the Great Barrier Reef. So she has one of the Great Barrier Reef as it was and as it is now. Okay. So this is the problem. So she made her game pieces appropriate to the topic. Sea turtles, different kinds of sea turtles are her topic. Isn't that cute? And if you get so many points, you get buttons for your points, and you roll a die. Now, that's all well and good if you're rolling the die and then you get points, Are you learning anything about the Great Barrier Reef or coral bleaching? No.
Are you answering any of the questions we asked you to? No.
So these questions focus on the Great Barrier Reef, so you can't move until you answer the questions. Here's a question for you. You're going to have to choose A, B, or C, so get ready. How many types of corals are there in the Great Barrier Reef? A, 10, B, 256, C, 400.
400.
Raise your hand for A.
D.
Raise your hand for B. Raise your hand for C. C is getting it. C, no. C, is in bold, so that's how I know that that's the correct one. Okay? So do you understand there's directions written out for the game too, because you can't play a game without directions? So it's more of a trivia game and not so much a counting game. And we had one on Chernobyl last year that was amazing.
I thought we kept it, so I looked for it. It was very graphic, though.
It was very graphic and it showed deformations.
Love graphic.
Cool.
Yeah, it was crazy cool.
Also, the student who did this also created a box, so like she was selling it at the store. So she actually had a small box, but that went with it, and then all the pieces went into it, like you were buying a board game at the store. So remember, it's a combination of things when you're doing the board game. It's just not, rolling the die, moving the pieces, and then if you get to the end first, you win. Okay? So this takes a lot of work, and you have to plan it out.
Timeline. The timelines that you're seeing up here are called infographics. These types of timelines are super, super easy to make on computer programs, and I can help you with that too. If you're interested in doing a timeline, we can do one of these. What you're looking at, two in the center are what I want you to focus on. The one on the left center is the history of radio, so it starts from the very beginning of radio to today. And then the one on the right is Nintendo. It's how Nintendo started with the very first one that I had. Then it goes to Game Boy, then it goes to Super Nintendo, then it goes to whatever the next one was because I was old by then. So, you guys, just to recognize how that works, they have the images. You'll have a little bit more writing. Yours will look like the one on the left because you'll have descriptors and writing in there, okay?
This does not work if you have an environmental issue that lasted only, a week. Okay? But if you had one that had